Hello, everybody, and welcome to our check-in. It's almost like our daily Tuesday check-in. Um, I'm sitting outside. It's hot out here, but I am grateful that it's sunny. So I wanted to take a second and kind of talk about this past weekend and try to hopefully maybe encourage you guys to do some of these things. So this past Sunday was our Saturday, I'm sorry, was our wedding anniversary, which was kind of fun. We got to hang out with a friend who we kind of socially distance with. We keep it pretty small as far as numbers go. But it was nice to be able to just kind of hang out. But while we were hanging out and just we were playing dominoes, which is a fun game, and a friend of ours brought over like this curling game that you can get at Five Below, which was kind of fun, where you throw the things and people take the brooms and they shuffle on the snow. And we were joking, maybe we should take like the toothbrushes and just be like, to get the perfect shot. But my wife did really well at that game. She, in the one round we got to play before dinner came, she won. And we got to have food delivered from the barn, and that food was great. But the thing that I wanted to talk about is, so my kids had went to my mother-in-law's and her husband's for a couple of nights, and I was really appreciative that they took them for a couple of days so we can kind of hang out and relax and take it easy. And the reason why I wanted to share this is because, when I was younger, my grandparents were already old, and I know some of you guys. Your grandparents, some of them are really young, or you get to still see them and hang out and talk to them. And what I found interesting is so many times when my kids are excited about something, maybe something from camp or something that they made, or, if they clean their room and it looked a certain way, they will call them and FaceTime and just sit there and have like these really long conversations with them. And I'm always impressed, like the fact that they just sit and listen and let them just go on, and they walk them all through the house. It's got to be dizzying, but that's the cool part about grandparents, right? They make themselves available. They have endless amounts of patience. As a parent, sometimes I admit I lose my patience, and but grandparents always have a way to, you know, be a little bit more fun, maybe do certain things, and that's the perk of being a grandparent. But I hope that if you have the opportunity, I mean, I know some people, grandparents, that's not really an option. Excuse me. But just reaching out and talking to your grandparents and making them a part of your life and things that you're doing. Like when my kids were packing, like they literally, I think they packed like the whole time in front of them, which it didn't make sense to me. But I know that when I get older, if I have grandkids, I'm gonna probably love doing that because it'll be fun just to feel like I'm part of something. And I think that if you have the opportunity to reach out to grandparents and or aunts and uncles and just talk to them, show them things, show them when you're excited about things, it's just a nice way to connect, as a family. And it's not always easy. Sometimes to do that same vibe in your house because people are doing things, but it's nice getting a call. So that's something that has stood out to me over this past weekend that I thought was kind of neat. Now, another thing that I wanted to kind of bring up. So our house is kind of old, I guess, from the '70s, and it's definitely in need of a facelift and upgrade. So hopefully by the end of the summer, we're getting new windows put in, which I'm super excited because one, it'd be nice just to be able to open the window and not feel like it's painted shut. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because just like a house, right? So a house, you get it, you're always trying to make it better. Um, maybe you upgrade the windows, you upgrade the roof, maybe you put like new flooring, maybe an addition, maybe you redo your kitchens or your bathrooms, not you personally, but your parents. And you keep doing these things because although, things might look nice and you might like them, there's always room for some kind of improvement. And I like to think of that almost as like a correlation to us as human beings. Maybe, we might get haircuts and, maybe we exercise more or we do things or we might dress differently as upgrades, so to speak. but it's like there's always room for improvement, you know, thinking about how you can connect with people, how you can be nice to people, um, you know, how you can do things to take care of yourself mentally, take care of yourself physically. It's like a lifelong project, just like your house. It's like you just find, you just keep fixing and upgrading, and your parents will tell you that. They're always, you know, fixing things and maybe putting in new flowers or um, maybe adding a fire pit or something. I don't know. They're always trying to do something because they want to. One, I feel like when people have a project or something to do, it keeps them motivated, it gets them excited, and then when they're done, they feel good. They feel like they've accomplished something. And I feel like if you can take the time to, you know, maybe read more or learn more, maybe try a new language. Like I've decided I'm going to try. I don't know if I said this in the last video or not. I might have. I want to try to learn ASL, you know, American Sign Language. And so I was able to learn the alphabet, which I was kind of excited. And I learned things like how to say hello and good morning, good afternoon, good night. I learned how to say, you know, how are you? You know, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm bad, so. I mean, it's small steps, but it's just like, it was enough to get me excited. So I'm hoping, you know, in the summer, you're taking time for yourself mentally, but I also hope, you know, use this as an opportunity, since you're probably not going out too much, to try something new. And whether it's painting or drawing or, you know, whatever it might be. I just think there's a lot that we can actually do, because I feel like if I can learn ASL, I mean, I don't know it yet. I know like that much. I'll feel like accomplished. I'll feel like I've done something. So I feel like if you try something new, or maybe try a new genre of book, I think it could make a difference in your summer. I don't know. Boy, it's hot out here. So I don't really have a super long video today. I got an opportunity to work with some people from Georgia and Tennessee, and it's always nice hearing different stories and things that they deal with. But one thing that I have found so far over the summer, the last few weeks, is that no matter the state, which I've pretty much had everybody all the way up from Maine down to Florida, and even over towards Louisiana, I found that, you know, teachers, no matter where they are, they care about you guys, right? They care about their students. They talk very highly of them. They miss them. And I think, you know, as you go through schooling, you know, there's one commonality, and that your teachers care about you. It's just having that nice, kind of like an extensive type of family, a school family, so to speak. But it's always nice to hear, you know, people talk and get so excited when they're talking about their students, because that's the thing. It's like people think because you live in another state or, you know, maybe a different part of the country, that things are so different, but they're not. You know, people are dealing with the same issue, you know, being in their house. You know, the stores are pretty much the same from place to place. You know, the food, not necessarily place to place, but there's a lot of commonalities. And I think the commonality that we just want to be good towards each other and be kind to each other, be inclusive and accepting, you know, that's all over the country. So I do hope you have a wonderful day. As the summer is going on, I'm hopefully to have a little bit more time to make a few more videos, and I apologize that they're kind of sporadic. But as always, I'm thinking of you guys, and I'm hoping you guys are playing and maybe hopefully getting in a pool somewhere, or a sprinkler, or a slip and slide, or something like that, and you're having a good time. So until our next check-in, here's my request. Reach out to grandparents, reach out to aunts and uncles, just tell them you love them. You know, if you see family and you can hug them, only if you can hug them. Maybe you can even try something new and actually write a hand letter and mail it, because that's one mail thing that's really cool. Like back in the day, like, mail was neat, and then you're like, you didn't want mail, you wanted an email. And now I feel like we're getting back to getting a handwritten letter for somebody would be so awesome. So maybe you can draw a picture, do something, send a handwritten letter to a family member, and just tell them that you care about them and you miss them. I think it will go a long way. All right, so I miss you guys, and please stay safe. Thinking about you always. And until our next check-in, peace out, people.